What up, guys? JP back at you once again, bring you guys day number 31 in my 13th annual 31 Days of Horror series, in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October. And we actually succeeded once again. For the third time out of 13 years, I would consider this a success, even though it's really late tonight. Still Halloween on the West Coast, and we're still celebrating here tonight, watching flicks, and we probably will be until the sun comes up. So I just had to take a pit stop and talk about the movie that I was reviewing today. So thanks everybody for watching, and I've uploaded like 50 videos in the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So yeah, obviously we finished last year's up, which was day 14 to 31, so I'm ready for a little bit of a break. But anyway, the film today is, as per usual, I always try to, not every time, but I always try to do a film set on Halloween for day 31. And the film I chose this time is The Collingwood Story from the year 2002, coming to us courtesy of Cauldron Films. This is the first and only Cauldron release I think I own. This is interesting. This came out in 2002, years and years ago on 22 Shots. One of the first retro top 10s we ever did was the year 2002. There's a sort of found footage-ish film from that year called My Little Eye, which is sort of a little bit of a gem. And I remember prepping for that year. I don't remember hearing about seeing this movie, or maybe it was hard to find or something, but I was like completely unfamiliar with it until it came out on Blu-ray, and then people started talking about it. And I was very curious on it because it's supposed to be an early found footage film, and it's also an early sort of like desktop horror film, or I forget what they call those. There's another name for them too, but it's like stuff like Unfriended and Host and stuff like that, where it's primarily done through like the computer. But anyway, let's get into the story of this one. Rebecca, this girl named Rebecca, is away at college, and her boyfriend John start video chatting or video calling on the computer to sort of pass the time and stay connected to each other. And John also has another friend who recommended this psychic who does video calls to them, and basically the Rebecca character calls this psychic. She gives out a fake name, but then the psychic calls her a real name, so it's kind of creepy. And then sort of gives her these vague messages, and it kind of freaks her out a bit. Then the boyfriend John starts digging into, because the psychic knew about Collingswood, where Rebecca is currently staying at, the house that she's renting, has a little bit of a history where this judge basically was part of this cult and killed a bunch of people. Keep yawning. And so basically the rest of the movie is them sort of investigating that and her getting freaked out and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought this movie was really cool. Although I will say the technology of the film, the webcams that they're using are crystal damn clear, and I didn't know of anybody who was rocking video at that time that was able to stream on dial-up, and the technology probably wouldn't work. It looks more, but it's It's also funny, like the design of it, like the video chat and stuff, and the desktop. It just looks so old, but it's like charming at this point because it's kind of nostalgic. But the technology, obviously, you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit that they could be doing this back in 2002, like broke college kids. But if you do that, it's actually a pretty interesting movie, and it's a very simple movie. There's like 3 characters in the whole movie, or 4 characters, and they are just, it's a very small cast. A lot of it is just you like waiting to figure out what happened at this place and to see what's going to happen to this character. And then it sort of ends in a way that you might sort of expect based on the types of films that were coming out at the time. But I thought it was pretty creepy, honestly, like the whole end sequence. I just think that the idea that this is made is like a historical, for people who are fans of found footage, which I am. This is like a historical title here that was like the first of its kind, very ahead of its time. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good, man. I think that it's a pretty solid movie. Like even on the back here it says it paved the way for hits like House, Paranormal Activity, Unfriended. It's not very like it's small. It's pretty small scale, but everything looks good. This Blu-ray looks great, by the way. And I will say that I actually like the characters. The funny that the character of John, like he has like an Insane Clown Posse poster in his room, and I just thought that was like kind of funny and very of the time. But yeah, so it's a pretty short movie. It's only 82 minutes. A very simple movie. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, if you've never seen it, if you like found footage, it's definitely worth watching. I think it's super cool and sort of like a historical curiosity piece. So yeah, that is the Collingswood story. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's worth checking out. And with that said, we'll see you guys next year with another 31 days. I'll probably actually doing this has like got me more back into wanting to make YouTube videos again. So I'll probably do some more stuff just like here and there too, just to keep it going. Man, I am so yawning today. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Peace.